Hi, thank you very much for watching this video. My name is Severin and this is the blog that empowers people to become successful freelancers. You are watching now the 7th lesson of my free online course called 10 Steps Toward Earning $3,000 per month as a freelance writer. Today we will talk about communication with customers, but please do not switch off this video because, well, despite what many people are saying, communication with customers is extra important. Today I will tell you about how to do it. I will share practical recommendations on how to increase your revenue per client. The first thing is to learn the psychological profile of this customer. You should understand that there are plenty of people who are rich and many clients who order writing assignments, especially in the sphere of academic writing. They are rich. They come from countries like Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, United States of America. Many of these people are willing to spend more because this money, like $100, $200, are not a lot to them. It's like $1 for you and me. And if you detect that this client is rich, you can leverage this knowledge into encouraging this person to purchase some additional features, like to order more pages, to order some double proofreading option, maybe to pay for more tables or charts. There are plenty of things that could be purchased in addition to the main part of the order, and if you have great imagination, you can always come up with some new ideas, on how to charge more from this client. Anyway, please learn how to detect whether a person is rich and whether he or she is willing to pay more. There are many of ways to detect it, like just look at what a person is saying to you. Yeah, if this person says things like, please text me if more assistance is needed, please tell me whether we should add more pages, please text me in case if you think we can do something differently, then obviously this person is flexible in terms of a budget, and it's a great chance for you to increase your earnings. The second thing is patience. Well, I think that you got tired of hearing about this patience thing throughout this course, but please believe me, patience is extra important for any freelancer. Well, more important for some of them than for others. As I've told you, it's not that important for creative writers as it is for academic writers or SEO copywriters, but still, if you are patient with a customer, it will be much easier for you to make him or her purchase additional features, pay maybe a bonus to you, and it will help you avoid undesirable scenarios such as a fine, a dispute, plenty of revisions. Look, patience is not only about not saying anything rude. It's also about showing that you care. Let's imagine a scenario that a customer said to you something like, oh, I'm sorry, I cannot read this paper today because I had a medical emergency. I will text you tomorrow. It is very important at this stage to ask a customer the next day, how is he or she doing, whether is everything okay, to build a productive relationship, to show that you care, to show that you are more than a professional who completes assignments, to show that you are a human being, with feelings, empathy. If you show this, then this customer will be much less likely to be concerned in case if the quality of your work turns out to be lower than expected. And this customer will be much less likely to ask for more revisions or maybe for a refund. I had plenty of cases in my professional career, especially in the beginning, when I did not do such a good job, but customers agreed to let it slide just because I was such a good person, and it was great to deal with me, So my recommendation for you, especially if you are a beginner, please be polite at all costs and at all times. Ask your customers about their well-being, say things like have a nice day, thank you very much for your message, for answering to my message, etc. These things may seem insignificant, but eventually they can increase your earnings by approximately 10% because they will reduce the likelihood of negative scenarios such as fines and disputes and revisions. The third thing that I would like to talk to you about is to ask your clients about everything that you want to do differently. Look, sometimes instructions are very clear and very detailed. You understand everything and it's very simple to follow such great and consistent instructions. But sometimes customers may send you confusing instructions and you might not understand what exactly you should do here. Of course, in this situation, it is of paramount importance to contact this client and ask for detailed clarifications of each unclear point in these instructions. Otherwise, you expose yourself to risks of fines, disputes, revisions, and you will eventually waste your time on this order. So please, if you do not understand something in the instructions provided by your customer, always ask for clarifications and never start working on your paper until you are 100% sure that you understand everything. Sometimes you may think that some features are implied. I mean, for instance, if a customer wants you to write a business report of some industry, you may think that of course it means that you will conduct a pest analysis, an analysis of political, economic, social and technological factors affecting a particular industry. But while it can be clear for you, it might be not as clear to your customer. So eventually he or she might say things like, why did you do this pest analysis? I did not say you to do it. So please do something differently. I don't need that at all. So it means that you wasted your time for nothing. And the customer obviously makes some sense here because indeed he did not say you to do this analysis. It was something that you figure out. You thought it was clear, but it was not implied by the instruction. So please do only those things that are explicitly described in the instructions. And in case if you are not sure about something and you think that it's clear but it is not stated in the instructions, always ask for clarifications. It's very important, really. The fourth recommendation is to be tough. Maybe you think that it contradicts with my previous recommendation to be polite, but there is a clear line between the times when you need to be polite and times when you need to be tough. Polite but tough. In my professional career, approximately 5% of customers wanted to take advantage of me. They asked for unjustified revisions for some features that had not been previously agreed on. So they wanted me to do work for free. I never tolerate these cases, and in these situations I always say in a very polite and calm manner that I will not do these things for free. I can do them for additional payment, but not for free. And I cooperate with platforms that always support me in saying that. The bottom line is that agreeing to work for free just to get a positive review is never a good decision. Even if you are a beginner on Fiverr, on freelancer.com, on Upwork, please do not let these clients take advantage of you. It's not fair. I promise you that eventually you will be able to stand up for yourself in a way that clients will respect you, really, when you act as a tough guy, polite but tough. You will gain respect from other people, not only in the freelance world, but in general. So do not be afraid to be tough in those situations when you are absolutely sure that you are right. Finally, the last thing that I recommend you is to create a detailed script of your typical communication, with a customer. In most cases, I follow a script that comprises 4 elements. The first element is an introduction. When an order is assigned to me, I introduce myself, say something like, "Thank you for trusting me with your assignments," or "Hello, my name is Severin. I've been working in this industry for many years. I have these and these credentials, so I promise that everything will be great." This introduction is important. It is the basis on which you will build your relations with this client, and it's very important on this stage to understand whether a person is rich, whether he or she is willing to pay more for additional features in the future, whether this person might cause some problems. So this introduction is very important. The second part of the script is to ask some questions about the assignment. In most situations, I ask these questions even in case if I understand absolutely everything. By asking questions about an assignment, you show that you care. And you show that you are an expert, that you really want to do all your best to produce a great paper. Obviously, the customer will like you much more after reading these questions, but please do not ask some simple questions that could show that you do not understand the meaning of the task. You should ask some very complicated questions, that shows that you are an expert in this field. Of course, at this point, you should also ask those questions that are required in order to clarify instructions which are not clear to you. After that, I proceed with the order and complete it. Finally, after completed the order, I also send some message to the customer saying that I have uploaded the order, that I have done everything that I was requested to do, that I followed all the instructions. I also explain some things in case if a customer might not understand them, some very specifics of each paper. And at this point, I say some general polite things like, "Thank you very much for trusting me with this assignment again. And please text me if you have any concerns, recommendations about the paper. I will gladly help you. Have a nice day." This frame, introduction and then thank you message with the "have a nice day" ending, they help me build and maintain productive relations with the customer. And as said above, a customer is unlikely to ask for a refund or for a revision, for some major unjustified change after reading such polite and detailed messages. My script is great, it works, but it does not mean that you should follow it at all times. You are free to develop your own script of communication with a customer, independent on the unique niche in which you operate and the way in which you position and present yourself. I hope that these recommendations that I've shared with you today are helpful and that you can really use them to increase your earnings and revenue per client. In case if you have any questions about them or you want to ask about some other aspect of communication with your clients, please text me and I will gladly help you, assist you with your inquiries. The next lesson, the 8th lesson, will be about the communication with the support team. It's primarily relevant to those of you who work as academic writers, SEO copywriters, or creative writers on some platforms in which support team specialists act as intermediaries between you and a final client. The secrets of communicating with the support team are just as important as the secrets of communicating with the client. Therefore, please do not miss my next lesson. It will help you increase your revenues even more. Thank you very much for watching this video and for listening to my course, and have a nice day.